Now today with this Supreme Court issue. Let me read something to you from National Review. This was just a few months ago, but it was a very excellent piece that anticipated the potential of a vacancy on the court. 29 times in American history, 29 times in American history, there has been an open Supreme Court vacancy in a presidential election, like now, or in a lame duck session before the next presidential inauguration. So president serves 2 terms, he's got a last year. That's a lame duck session. The president made a nomination in all 29 cases. Every single time in our history, when a president has been presented with a situation, in the last year of his term, in other words, a general election coming up, the president has made a nomination to the Supreme Court of the United States. Whether they were Federalists, Whigs, Republicans, or Democrats, didn't matter. Every single time. So if this president failed to do so, he would be the first in American history to do so. And that is what the Democrats are demanding. They are demanding that he not act as the other presidents have acted, or they're going to destroy the Supreme Court. And the Democrat Party's now out of the closet. They're threatening riots, they're threatening violence, and so are their surrogates. You see, we've often said, why don't they criticize the rioters? Because they are giving, support in a way with their inflammatory rhetoric, that this is illegitimate, that this is dictatorial. And so those words go out to their mobsters, and they take that and they act on that. So the Democrat Party really is the party of violence and rioting and looting right now. I'm quite serious about this. And this is also why Nancy Pelosi called federal law enforcement stormtroopers, and Jim Clyburn, the number 3 Democrat in the House, called them Gestapo, and I can go on and on. So that's 29 times, without exception. George Washington did it 3 times. John Adams did it. Thomas Jefferson did it. Abraham Lincoln did it. Ulysses S. Grant did it. Franklin Roosevelt did it. Dwight Eisenhower did it. And of course, Barack Obama did it. Now, 22 of the 44 men to hold the office of the presidency, half of them. And now we have 23 of 45. All 22 made the decision to send up a nomination. Every one faced with this circumstance, whether or not they had the votes in the Senate, which is a secondary issue. So why would a Republican president, in the months or weeks leading up to a general election, not make a nomination when every single president before him under similar circumstances has? Why would that president wait to see if he wins the election in order to do so? Under our Constitution, the president serves for 4 years, and he serves for 4 years right into January 20th at noon and 1 second. So he should wait 2.5 months? Why? So the Democrats have a shot? And so the Democrats are threatening, you do this, everything's off on the table. We will pack the Supreme Court. So if the president follows his constitutional responsibility, if the Senate votes to confirm, if this is done in the tradition of our history, which it is, the Democrats are threatening riots, they're threatening to destroy the Supreme Court, they're threatening to eliminate the filibuster when it comes to legislation. But here's the dirty little secret. Even before Ginsburg's passing away, the Democrats were talking about packing the court, because I've talked about this, and getting rid of the filibuster. So this is a threat they've been making all along. And even if the president weren't to act, they're still going to try and pack that court and get rid of the filibuster and add 4 Democrats to the Senate through the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. This Democrat Party is utterly unmoored to our customs and traditions. It's utterly unmoored from our Constitution, as it must be, because it has radicalized itself, and therefore it cannot embrace what has gone before.